Reverend Judy Anderson, and it's my privilege to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living Red Deer on this beautiful Sunday morning. And you're saying it's not beautiful because it's cloudy and may become rainy? That's beautiful too, and you are beautiful. And I thank you for sharing your energy, your divine spirit with all of us here. And if you're watching online, thank you as well. But another Sunday, why not come back to the center and be here in person, especially to share coffee and cookies and visiting after the service. But for right now, let's begin by reading our opening affirmation together. In this moment, I experience the highest and best within me, which is the very substance and spirit of God. Here is my peace and my power, my abundance and my joy. Confidently, I take ownership of all that I am, and so experience all that life is, and so it is. And we'll go to our musicians now and sing a couple songs, and Edith will tell us what they are and what page they're on. If you don't have a book, there may be one in the basket under the chair in front of you.
Okay, we're going to start with God and Everything, but I can't tell you what page number because I forgot to write it down. But I know it's at the back of the book, really close to the end. So if somebody can, is there a page number on it? God in Everything. God in Everything, and it's right near the back of the book. Okay.
I see joy, I see peace, I see goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, I feel freedom. I feel the beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. I feel God in everything. I know joy, I know peace, I know goodness surrounding me. I know love in every breath I breathe. I know God in everything. I know happiness, I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God's in everything. I know God's in everything. Namaste, 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 namaste.
And I apologize because probably it's not even in your book, is it? You know what? I think we had a loose sheet at the back, and I think that's no longer there. I'm sorry. Next time I'll make sure I check. And that was by Jack Fowler. But here we do have this one for sure in your book, and it's called I See Divinity in You. Sorry about that.
Page?
And that's on page 41. It's by Nancy Abercrombie. It's there, right? Sorry.
I see divinity in you. I see the Christ coming through in all of your passion for light and for love, in all of the glory that you are made of. Now
Thank you so much, Edith and Kathy. You make such a difference. And, well, if we had children here now, I'd be inviting them up front, but we'll ask those of you who are at home to have a child in your home, or maybe just a grown-up child, to share our message. And it's one they're probably glad they're not here to hear about, because it's self-discipline. And self-discipline brings you freedom, if you can believe it or not. You think first before you do and say things. No one needs to watch over you because you are watching yourself. You take responsibility. You discipline yourself to do what is yours to do and to do it the best you can. And our affirmation is, I am good to myself by practicing self-control. So let's repeat it together. I am good to myself by practicing self-control. Thank you. And we've no children to dismiss to our Growing Spirits circle. So let's go to one announcement. Does anyone here work the bingo on Wednesday? Yes, I see a couple people. Thank you. Will you stand and let us give you a thank you? And it was a great bingo. There were nearly 160 people there. And so it's been a long time since I have worked bingo with that many people do. And it just makes the energy like it was fun and fabulous. Thank you so much, Beth, for sharing that with us. The bingos we do once a month are really an important part of our supporting our center. And the people who work there get hugs and smiles and have a little bit of fun. And they get a pretty fair meal too, Beth. Was it a good meal? I had a hot dog. You had a hot dog? Okay. Yes. Yeah. So working bingo can be fun at the same time as you're helping to support your Center for Spiritual Living. I think that's the end of my agenda. Announcement. Introduce speakers. And guess what? We have our own beautiful, loving, special Reverend Tress speaking today. And her topic is, because we're talking about emotions, but we're talking about the body this month. And her title is The Divine Body, right? Help me welcome Reverend Tress. Or the Body Divine. I said it wrong.
Thank you. Oh, the best part. I'm Reverend Tress Phillips, and I welcome you to the Red Deer Center for Spiritual Living. And I looked and looked for the right title for what I was going to talk about. And asking you shall receive, it says in our teachings. Right in our guide for spiritual living, on the very front cover, in front of my face the whole time, it said, the body divine. And I thought, well, there you go. Right in front of my face the whole time, I just finally looked. Oh, I'm getting instruction. Is this better? All righty. Well, it was a beautiful morning, and it's been beautiful mornings. It has been like, I just love seeing the sun. So you're up early and you see the sun. I think now it's coming up maybe 4:30 or so in the morning. And then it goes and goes until 10 or even later. And if you look in the west, you can still see it. And the sunrises, they're pink and they're blue and they're yellow, but they're just so beautiful. But it's like life itself, you know. I can be great at saying, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'll do this first. Oh, I'll do this, it's important to me, but I'll do this unimportant thing first. And here I've missed the sunrise or the sunset. I'll see it passing and I'll think, okay, I'll just have a quick look. But first, so how much of our life are we doing? Well, I know what I want to do, but first I'll do, yeah. Are we procrastinating? Are we afraid? Are we trying to please everybody and not really take care of ourselves? Only we know. But it's beautiful mornings. And divine mind is everywhere we look, and especially evident right now in the growth and the life everywhere. Today, part of our treat of coming is we stop at one of the fast foods and we got our little burger. I get the chicken burger spicy thing, and so I have great breath when I come here. Don't get too close to me because I have my spicy chicken. And I looked over to the east, and it literally looked like pictures I'd seen of Ireland. And it's where the little hills are and the fields, and there's trees, and it's green. It's a deep green like you see in pictures of Ireland. And it was so impressive, and it made my heart sing. And it's only going to be like that for a short time, but I sure enjoyed it. And life is like that. There's so many beautiful things, and are we actually catching it? Well, we have a new family. We have an adopted family, and they're just the cutest, wonderful little things. I actually discovered them this week. I said to my husband, have you noticed the hare in the yard next door? He said, actually, I saw a great big one in the front yard. And I went out yesterday morning, and I looked out, and here are little baby hares, these little guys with these great big ears, and they're just hopping around our front yard. So they must have a den at our house, I think, or at the neighbors. And so, of course, I got excited. Oh, look, and they ran away. I felt so bad. But I was so excited. And actually, I learn from nature. That's one of my teachers. And when I looked at those cute little baby hares, I saw new life. I saw new promise. But I also saw spring, a time for renewal. A great time to release the old dead grass, the bare trees, and see the new life everywhere. And it's time to discover my life. What's in me? What's there available? Well, it's kind of funny when I look around, because sometimes it just seems like nothing's there. But there's something in the way. It's my own thinking. So I have to ask myself, am I willing enough and flexible enough? Flexible is important to me. To not be stubborn and to actually look, what am I thinking? And how is that affecting my life? And am I willing to accept a new way of living? Now, I'm not talking about changing who I am. I'm talking about who we already are, divine mind, God, universal mind in essence. But what have I cluttered in my brain that is stopping me from getting the results in my life? There is so much in our life, so many good points, so many talents, so many things that we may have buried along the years because of hurts or incidents or whatever. But we are in charge. We are the gardeners of our mental brain, of our mental situation. So I got looking at my life as all the gardens I see, and I just have little bits of garden, and then events happen, like somebody I'm not going to mention will move, let's move this over here, and I'll see lumber on top of my plants, but you know what? Just move plants around, do it. But what is in my life, my garden of life? I'm the only one who sows the seeds through my thoughts. I'm the only one that can go in there and pull the weeds of frustration, of lack of belief in myself, and things that are in the way, things that are changing. But I need to actually get out there and till the soil. I need to go in my head and ask myself, what is happening? Would I like an improvement of any kind? Or how do I maintain what I have? And I see it like a garden that I till and I take care of. But you know, there's times that I am so busy trying to figure out what's in the neighbor's yard. What I mean is what's going on in others' lives. Oh, well, why are they thinking like that? Oh, why are they doing this? And, well, if I did it, I'd do it this way. Oh, yeah, sure. Who made me the boss of the world? Nobody. Spend time on myself, learning and growing, because every little ounce of things makes my life better. But by making my life better as we are one divine universal mind, every single thing I plant into my garden of thinking and life, I am planting into the garden of the entire world and the entire universe. And who is it that makes the seed? I don't make the seed. It is the divine mind, the God essence, universal mind creates that seed. And that seed is in me when I am born, and all of what I am meant to do and meant to be is already within me. And I think and believe that all of us have unbelievable things in us that we haven't even discovered yet, that we may want to do. Many things we can do, things that we're just blessed with talents, or new things that we learn. It's a very exciting life if you really look at it. And we're the ones living it, so that's pretty good. And we don't have to pay to go on a plane or a boat or even leave the house if we want. We learn and grow and become. Now, I'm not going to go around saying about being perfect. I'm not going to be saying, oh, joy, I am so happy, I am so peaceful, I am so wonderful, and go out all over the world. I am so happy, I am so peaceful, I am so wonderful, because people are going to say, oh, that's better, call 911. There's something funny going on with this lady. But I can see it and feel it and express it through small things, through living my life. We're here for self-discovery. We're here to bless the world. We are here as teachers. We are here as students. And the learning never stops. And the teaching never stops. John 8:32 says, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. So what is the truth? That we live in a spiritual universe, and that the nature of the spiritual universe is mind. Mind is creative, and our thought is creating always. It's like that ever-ready battery that's always going. The mind is always creating, and it has to be, because the mind is the divine, the universal mind. And as it is, as and always has been and always will be, it's going to constantly create. And each of us are blessed to be a beautiful, wonderful vehicle for the expressions to come through in our own unique way. And if we don't see the beauty and wonder of others, well, maybe open our eyes and have a little boo and see what's there. It's amazing the little things that people present that they don't even think is a big deal. And I know for me, I'll think, I sure wish I could do that. I wish I could sing like that. I wish I could move like that. I wish I could read that fast. All these things. Maybe they can teach me. Maybe they can share. So the truth is that we live in a spiritual universe, and that the nature of that universe is mind, and mind is creative, and I know I've said that, and our thought is creating, but it's not other people's thought. No one is thinking our thoughts. So if I'm having kind of a frustrating time in my life, well, sometimes I kind of want to say, well, it's not my fault. Because I remember as a little girl, I would say, Mom, my big brother made me do that. And I'm remembering so much now because we found old albums way, way back, pictures of us little wee. And I'm remembering all the antics of the big brother and the sneaky little sister, and yeah. So, Mom, my brother made me do it. Yeah, sure. Mom would be thinking, oh yeah, sure, yeah, sure. But in truth, nobody else made our life the way it is. And we've all had, I presume, because I certainly have through my years of living, a person or maybe an institution or whatever has put a false blame on you, has labeled you as what you're not. And that didn't feel very good. So think of how that didn't feel good. Now think of how we are speaking to ourselves. I know I put false blame on myself. I don't know if anyone else here does. Oh, how can you be so silly? How can you be so stupid? How come you can't do that as fast? All this negative going on in my head. I'm lying to myself, telling myself I am not good, telling myself I'm not worthy. And it gets to be such a silly habit that I actually forget I'm even doing it. So, what can I do about it? Well, choose to actually stop and think. Pause. Just pause. For many of us, life before we got older was boom, 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 boom. If you're at work, 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 family with a bunch of children, work, work. It's always like a rat race. Well, we're not in a rat race. Not quite the same. So we have time to experience, to learn, to grow. So what am I thinking in my life that's affecting me? I like to think of my computers and my phone, especially my phone. I watch it because of what can be picked up any Wi-Fi site I go to where it's free Wi-Fi. And I always make sure I run the virus scanner. And at home, when I'm on my Zoom calls and my different meeting calls I do at home, and it'll come up, security threat. I always run the virus check. Well, what about mental virus check? I spend money, I spend time, daily, the time to make sure the virus check is working. And then I got thinking, well, Tress, how much time do I spend making sure that I don't have negative thoughts, the negative thought virus going on in my brain? Because my brain is just like a computer. And my life is way more important for an investment into time, into patience, learning, sharing, than it is a silly old computer. And yet, I might spend way more time on that than I do in learning who I am, releasing negative thoughts, learning new things, getting in contact with people and just say, how are you doing? Or you look nice today. I'm always doing that when we have the young girls especially will come if they're waitressing and they might be nervous or tired and, well, look at that necklace you're wearing. That's wonderful. Everybody else is griping at them. They're not quick enough. They don't have this. It's a necklace. I can notice it. I can make someone feel good. And I can do the same thing when I look at myself in the mirror. Am I making a big deal? No, not to me, because what am I doing? I am honoring the God within them, the universal mind within them. We are all perfect, whole, complete, exactly the way we are. We may be different, unique, but we are perfect. So when I have a thought that's in the way, it reminds me when I really think about it going camping or on a picnic. Because I don't know how many people go camping in a tent. We always did that. And every once in a while, the spot you're on has that rock under you. And no matter what you do, that rock is there poking into your back, bothering you. And you need to move. Move over. Get out of the way. Do what you can. Or you're on the picnic, you put the chair down, the camp chair down, and it's wobbling. You move it or move the rock. Well, how much of this crazy thinking is just like that rock? Am I going to go through my whole life with this silly thought, this thing that is totally making my life uncomfortable? Or am I going to do something to either remove myself from the situation or remove what's causing the situation? And most of the time, if I really look at it, what is causing the situation is this noggin on top of this body, and I am not thinking clearly and expressing and embodying the greatness of the divine, the God essence, the universal mind that's everywhere. Well, how can I remember it? Well, let's just remember my little gift here that came hopping in my front yard. There they were, a gift showing new life. Everywhere that I look, there's going to be something. If I look, I'm going to see the joy, the beauty, the love of the God universal mind. Everywhere. Well, I'm talking about the stinking thinking, and I remember Reverend Doug, when I studied under him, he'd talk about stinking thinking. Well, along the many years of the classes and coming to the center, I was given a box. And what we're talking about, what I'm talking about, is letting go of the old thoughts and replace them with new thoughts to improve our pathway through life. And I call this a brain box. And I think it was Reverend Valentine who made this, because this is been around for a long time. So it's a box, and inside of the box there's little cards. And the idea was every day you pick a card, but let's pretend this is our brain. All right. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a poor me day. All right. What does this say? You can't read it, but it says, I am worthy. Well, I don't like my job. I am optimistic. My husband's hogging the TV and I don't like it, but I don't want to get mad because I'm more important than him. Oh, maybe I better get my brain in tune. I am brave. Aha, I wonder what happens with that one. I'll let your imagination go there and I'll go hide it in the back. Today I believe. It's just full, and there's one on the front and one on the back. So if you don't like what's on the front, you can look at what's on the back. What an ingenious idea that Reverend Valentine, I believe it was her, did and made, and in a box. And today when I'm setting up my talk and I'm thinking, you know, this could be a brain box. This is just like my brain. I have all these thoughts and I can change my thoughts. So get out the old brain box, I guess, and just make your own brain box. The passion of life, the wanting to acknowledge and express, for me, is to let people know how good they are. My son has been asking me about my ministry because he's the boy that I'd be studying and he'd be at home. And I remember one day he cried because he said, I miss Mommy. She's always going to learn at church. And I worked, and that's sad. And I've done through different groups, I've spoken with him and said, I am so sorry that I missed and made you feel sad. And he said, no, it's okay, because I understand how important it was. And it was so important to let everyone know. But I'd always let him know, and all of his friends I would let know, and they still are in very much contact with me because they needed the positive energy. They needed someone to say, you can do it. You are wonderful. You are great. No matter what's going on around you, you have it within you to succeed at school. You have it within you to get that job. You have it within you to stand up and go forward in what is necessary in your life. And don't give up. And if you want to come to church at the Red Deer Center for Spiritual Living, I would even invite them to church sometimes. Because there is, if you look on the wall, you can't see it for the speaker, but it says, there is a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. That is the divine power. That is the God essence. That is the very being of who you are. Excuse me. So change your thinking, change your life. And don't beat yourself up along the way. Because maybe there are some parts of your life that you think, I'm so sad about that. But actually, they were learning experiences. Learning experiences for us to know how to improve what we do, how to actually reach out and see that there is a higher power, whatever we're going through. We always make it, don't we? Even if we think we're not going to make it, we make it. I mean, we're here sitting here, we're all alive. Obviously, we've always made it. And that is the divine energy in each and every one of us. You see, we are our own best teacher, as we are the only one in communication with our heart's desire, with our purpose in life. And it's not our purpose, it is the divine universal energy expressing in, as, and through us. It is that purpose. The truth is about you is God in you, as you, through you. God is all that is. And the great teacher, Jesus, taught, ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So what is the truth for you? You are universal mind. You are divine. You have unending resource within you to be, to move, to act, to live. And the degree of truth you know about yourself, the more truth you know, the more free you will be. So it's time to embrace our true self and grow. So I would like you now to just relax and be calm right here, right now. And feel within you the peace they speak about, the peace that passes all understanding. Feel within you that divine, universal energy and see it as a constant, unending flow of beauty, of peace, of calm, free. See yourself as free flowing. The beauty of who you are. See yourself as a bright light and see that joy, that life within you. And see how you connect through divine mind to all that is. Feel the beauty. Feel the beauty of who you are. And feel the connection and the support and the guidance and the love and the peace of the divine. One mind, one body, one soul. Honor who you are. And relax. Relax. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. And good morning again. You beautiful, beautiful people. You beautiful expressions of the divine. And know at any time the little meditation, the little peacefulness you can repeat on your own anytime, anywhere. And I know for you, and I know for me, that God, the divine, the universal mind, is the beauty that is, and that each of us here have a whole new experience and wonderment of life to be and to express. And so it is. And now, if you will join me with the prosperity affirmation, and I will read the affirmation, and if you wish, you may make a donation to the center. We do have our basket there, or you may send it in. And having you here is a wonderful gift in itself. But we will repeat the prosperity affirmation, and then our wonderful band will play a song afterwards. To me, all is given. Through me, it is used and generously shared. The open channel that I am admits no impediment. The flow is constant to, through, and from me. With a grateful heart, I rejoice, knowing that all is God and all is good, and so it is. And now, what music will you be playing, please?
Name on.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my
So if you'll take out your blue sheet from your program once more, we'll read our closing affirmation together. I go about my day from one precious moment to the next, making the conscious choice to fully experience each moment, moving with ease and grace through each experience. Spirit within me knows how, and I listen and respond. All is well, and so it is. And we'll go into our closing songs. The first one is page 33, I Love Myself. And will you stand and let pour ourselves into it? The closing spiritual mind treatment. Right here and right now, good is and God is. I embrace that reality as my truth and make the choice to live from it this day, this moment, the next moment, the next day, on to eternity. God is good all the time. I reassure myself that I have my being in that good, experiencing that good, always, in all ways, all the time. I give loving thanks, knowing this is true, and so it is. And let there be peace on earth. I think it's page 114.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to